Thanks for joining us, and we begin with some developing news and a deal that could help pave the way for two Canadians detained in China to walk free. The U.S. Justice Department is reportedly in talks with Huawei Chief Financial Officer Meng Wanzhou about resolving her criminal charges. The Wall Street Journal says the DOJ would allow Meng to return home to China from Canada in exchange for admitting wrongdoing. She was arrested at Vancouver's airport 2 years ago on fraud charges related to Huawei allegedly breaking U.S. sanctions on Iran. The case has strained the relationship between China and Canada, and Canadians Michael Spavor and Michael Kovrig were detained in China just days after Meng was arrested. Joining me now to talk more about this is immigration lawyer and policy analyst Richard Kurland. Richard, good to see you this morning.
A pleasure.
What do you make of these developments, if indeed they are verifiable from the Wall Street Journal?
Oh, yes. These developments, the magic is that they are disclosed and disclosed now. It's now, after questioning in open court by defense counsel, a Swiss cheese case full of holes. So no surprise to see that the Americans may want to find a way out of this through a plea bargain. But here's the thing. This entire case, the key evidence is based on a 2013 PowerPoint presentation given by Ms. Meng to HSBC, an American bank. And the defense was able to show that an incomplete version was given to Canadian law enforcement in the first place to decide whether to extradite or not. And missing was potentially exculpatory evidence. And the shocker came when, under oath, RCMP admitted her cell phones, electronic equipment were all seized at literally the behest of FBI. In addition, RCMP, CBSA together decided, on the one hand, if she was arrested immediately as per a court order, she would be given charter rights. On the other hand, if she is brought into questioning by CBSA, ostensibly under immigration customs, no charter rights. Guess what happened? And she was arrested literally minutes after almost 3 hours of questioning. She handed over her passcodes. Those passcodes, under oath, the law enforcement Canadian officials admitted, sorry, wrongdoing, we gave them to the wrong people.
Okay.
The FBI.
So, Richard, let me ask you this then. Why would Meng Wanzhou and her representatives agree to any kind of agreement if she thinks she has a cut-and-dried case to be let off without any charges at all? So what I'm hearing you say is that perhaps it works better for her to just play out the trial, even if it's going to take another 6 months to a year before there's a resolution. Why settle for a DPA now or an agreement, a plea bargain, as it were, with the Department of Justice in the U.S. If she can get off free?
Well, the motivation's personal. Would you spend an extra day not at liberty in exchange for admission of wrongdoing? In this case, I wouldn't, because detention amounts to an electronic bracelet, living a millionaire lifestyle in a very nice house in Vancouver. But she can wait it out. But here's the thing. Section 23 of the Extradition Act gives not the Prime Minister, just the Minister, the power to shut this down now. By now, based on new information, documents, those telling answers under examination under oath, this minister, our Canadian minister, should review, revise, and withdraw this extradition case and bring our Canadians home.
The government has always maintained that they do not get involved in court proceedings.
That's true, except in an extradition case where the law expressly, plainly, literally says a minister can decide at any time for no reason to pull the plug on an extradition matter.
So there's pressure on a lot of parties right now, this morning, as we hear this new information. How do you think it's going to play out?
I think it's going to play out because of the White House lawyer gave an affidavit, the White House lawyer, that said President Trump was willing to use Ms. Meng as a bargaining chip in trade talks with Ottawa. This case is poison. We should not allow something that's tantamount to an abusive process to continue in our Canadian judicial system because the fruit of that tree was poisoned in the first place by Washington. We've paid the price, 2 years economic sanctions. What have the Americans done? So
and those two Canadians have paid the price, more
that's
importantly.
It's horrific. And their families.
Okay.
So we need to put an end to this and don't wait for a plea bargain. You know how that's going to turn out. It's a matter of time. Cut the Gordian knot.
Immigration lawyer, policy analyst Richard Kurland, appreciate your insight this morning. Thank you. We'll have lots more on this developing story throughout the course of the day.